This is Lewis Hart from Into Boxing. Delighted today to be joined for the first time with Spencer Oliver. How are we?
Lewis, I'm all good, mate. All good. Looking forward to this night on Saturday night. Natasha Jonas, Maria Eve Decare. That's going to be a great fight. Wicked undercard as well. Dalton Smith versus Casey Benjamin. Can't wait for that one. Big Fraser Clark is on the bill as well. And then we get that rollover. If you go to Boxer.com, by the way, and go to that show, and I'm not the promoter of this show, but if you go to Boxer.com, you can get Ricky Hatton versus Barrera in the same venue for free. So we've got 2 for 1. No brainer, mate. But yeah, what a wicked card on Saturday night. I'm loving these shows up in Manchester at the moment.
I was literally just about to ask you about the card. It's absolutely stacked from top to bottom. Great domestic 50-50s. A world unification fight, British title fights. And Ricky Hatton. I mean, you can't really ask for much more, can you, mate?
Come on, man. Like, you know what I mean? I'm a boxing fan, and it is what it is with Hatton, right? And I love the shape that he's got himself into. It's about seeing 2 boxing legends back in the ring. That's basically what it is. It's an exhibition, but you get a chance to see their ring walk, see them clowning around. I'm loving that, mate. I'm loving that. So yeah, it's all good. It's all good. But the boxing card for Boxer, that is a stacked card, man. Like, Dalton Smith is highly touted as one of the best prospects, if not the best prospect in the country. Boxing Casey Benjamin, who's probably one of the most improved. That kid can fight. That's a really good fight. And Natasha Jonas is in a tough fight as well against Decare. Decare's only lost in 1 fight to Clarissa Shields, and it looked wide on the scorecards. But when you watch the fight, she gives Shields a lot of problems, and she's very, very big as well. So great fight, man. Yeah, as well. I'm excited about it.
I mean, on a personal front, like I said, you're a boxing fan, I'm a boxing fan. When you look at Sky, the domestic fights that they've had are absolutely brilliant. We had Dan Aziz versus Shakan Pitters. We've got Brad Ray versus Tyler Denny. We've got Mikael Lawal versus Dion Juma. They're just producing, great domestic title fights. And obviously got Dalton Smith v Casey Benjamin as well. How can I forget?
Yeah, I know. They've got some great fights in there as well. Brad Ray as well, yeah, against Denny. That's a great fight, That's a great fight because Tyler Denny is a southpaw. He's tough. He's proven. This is a coming-of-age fight for Brad Ray, who, how mad is that? He trains with Ricky Hatton. He was one of them kids that used to be up in the gods watching Hatton box when he was a little kid. Now he's training alongside him. He gets a chance to box on his show, stay behind, watch his hero boxing on the show. Wicked story, man. But Brad Ray can fight, but he's in a serious fight as well. I think this is we find out more about Brad Ray in this fight and how good he's going to be, because this is a coming-of-age fight for him. Tyler Denny, we know what he's all about, mate. He is tough, man. We see that against River Wilson Bent. The guy can fight.
I was talking to Brad A, literally just done an interview with him earlier, and he was saying like he went from from the gods to sharing a card with him. Like that is some special stuff, man.
I love it. I love it. Do you know what I mean? I love those stories. Boxing's polluted with those sorts of stories. It's just so cool, isn't it? Like, you know what I mean? Imagine that. You're sitting there watching Ricky Hatton back in the day going, he's my hero, and then all of a sudden you're training alongside of him. What an honour, what a privilege that is.
Obviously, Ricky Hatton's fighting on the card. It's been a long time since he's been in the ring. Obviously, this is only an exhibition. We're seeing more and more pros have exhibitions, such as Floyd Mayweather. Is there ever any concern, where when you are of a certain age, they're past 45 now, is there ever any concern of a certain age, concern that, there could be potential for damage there? Is there ever that concern? Or
no, because listen, they're doing it with big gloves, and it's like, and it is an exhibition. They know when to go on and take it off. It's just to showcase, their skills and show us, they've got themselves back into condition. Look at the transformation of Hatton. I love that, mate. I love the fact that this is not a financial game for Ricky Hatton. It's not about that. This is all about him finding a little bit of focus, doing something, sort of reliving his boxing career. I salute him for that, because he's got himself in tremendous condition. He looks brilliant. It's a lifestyle change. Just hope he just stays there now. But yeah, that's for all those reasons. But no, you're in no danger, mate. Like these sorts of fights, right? People are going to Hatton Barrera thinking that they're going to see a scrap. They're not. They're going to see a sparring exhibition. Like, if one of them tags the other one, they're going to back off a little bit. That's what's going to happen. So as long as you go there knowing that, you're going to just love it and just go, wow, what a great spectacle. That's basically what it is.
Is there not no worries though, like we see with Deji versus Mayweather? I know Deji's not on Mayweather's level, absolutely not, but there is a concern that he's going to give it a really good go and he's going to treat it like a fight.
Listen, at that level, yes. I'm talking about these exhibitions where you got like your ex-world champions like Hatton and Barrera. They know the score. With these young YouTubers trying to make names for themselves, then it's slightly different. Because if Deji tries to take liberties going in there with that one, Mayweather will put him in his place. Trust me, he'll give him a little slap. He'll calm him down a little bit because that's what happens. So it's all about how Deji tries to play that game. And if he doesn't know how to control it or tries to let it go, he's going to get put in his place.
Do you think?
And then there is a danger of something happening. Yeah, I agree with that. So it's just I'm not a huge fan of the YouTuber boxing, like this Misfits thing and all that. I just don't like all that. I don't mind the ex-fighters coming back and for their reasons of their own, they're coming back, and I like that. Take your hat off to Jake Paul. He's doing what he's doing, but he's actually starting to look all right now. He's dedicated and he's doing it, but all the others trying to jump on the back of it and that go in there and they like KSI boxed the other month, didn't he? With the 2 opponents that he boxed were terrible, man. You just go, really? Come on, mate. KSI can fight a little bit as well, to be fair. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of it, if I'm honest.
Do you think, like with people like Mayweather, who he's had quite a few exhibitions now, do you think he is just like such an addicted to the sport, and he's so addicted to boxing he just can't let go of it? And sometimes that can be quite a dangerous thing where you find it hard to let go to the sport. Like I said, he's 45 now, so his years aren't always going to be there.
Listen, do you know what it is with boxers, right? When boxers stop boxing, and I know this, when boxers stop boxing, they lose their identity. And then they've got to find another identity. They've got to fit in as a normal civilian into normal life and go into that. And that's what boxers struggle with, losing that identity as a boxer. And they need to find some sort of focus, some sort of focus in life, really, some sort of direction in life. It's probably a better way of putting it. And I think by doing these exhibitions gives them that little bit of focus that they need. Look at Hatton, man. He looks great. He looks 10 years younger.
And just to finish off, you were talking about YouTube boxing and YouTube influencers. Recently we had an interview with Tyson Fury and True Geordie, where True Geordie very openly criticised Derek Chisora as an opponent to Tyson Fury. I wanted to know, you were a boxer, you've been there, you've done it. What do you make of media who haven't been there, haven't done it, saying who they can fight, basically, is what I'm trying to say? Yeah,
he was trying to make a little bit of his name for himself in the boxing world, I think, True Geordie, by doing that, because he went in way too strong. You know what I mean? Give Derek some credit, mate. He's done what he's done. He's delivered, and he's going there against Fury. Yes, of course, it's a massively. He's an overwhelming underdog, Derek Chisora, going into that. But you know what? He's earned his shot, man. Let him have another shot. They've had 2 fights. The first fight, 2011, was on points loss. 2014, Fury boxed most of the fighters as southpaw, made Derek retire on his stall. But Derek's gone on and he's done great things, and that's the next best available opponent for Fury. So give Derek, he's give us a lot of entertainment over the years. So give the geezer some credit. I think that True Geordie's interview was too aggressive, and Fury sort of done what he does, and he lost the plot a little bit, and fair enough. But I think it's more